Hi chaps, MOP here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today I'm bringing you some gameplay in my IS3 on Corellia. This is a tier 10 game. I know a couple of people have asked to see some bottom tier replay, because a lot of the time some of the games it features I'm either mid or top tier. So this will just highlight the way I play when there's tanks a lot more powerful than I am in the game. Now generally the aim of heavy tanks is to use your armour, hit points and usually your powerful gun to help push the front lines, help push through the hotspots. The way you get all your experience is just through direct damage. When you are a bottom tier heavy tank, your armour becomes a lot less effective against tier 9s and 10s. They can generally pen even straight through your pint nose. Your gun is just nowhere near as powerful as tier 9, 10 heavies. It's comparable, I suppose, to a 9, Top Gun medium. It's just it becomes a lot more difficult. Whereas if you're a light tank and you're bottom tier, it doesn't really change how you play the game. You're still passively or actively spotting. If you're a medium, you're still looking to flank, even if you were top tier. So it's a bit interesting being a bottom tier heavy tank. So what we're doing at this point is we're looking we're not going to be overly aggressive just because there's so much in this game that this invalidates my armour. So we're going to literally just wait for the right moment to strike. I don't want to push up the hill too early without support from the E4 on my right. That's because I don't want to get caught in a crossfire from the boys up the top here and any of their cheeky chaps that appear along J8 and J9. So what we're going to do is just look to start to trade with the C50 before he decides to bum rush and YOLO me. Now that E50 is a very heavy tank. I have no idea why he bum rushed me then, why he YOLO'd me. It was a daft thing for him to do, but he did. What we're looking to do with this T10 is to help out our E4. Now the reason being is that T10 could be an absolute nightmare for him. He's lost half his health already. If the T10 got in his face and just kept tracking him, go around the sides, you'd potentially take him out. So what I'm looking to do is just pin that T10 in place. I'm on my reload, so I'm just going to ram him, take his track out, pin him in place, put a shot on his front, get round the side. What I'm doing at this point, and it looks a little ridiculous, is I'm letting him get a shot into my back armour. You can do what's called reverse side scraping with an IS3. There's nothing in the back of the IS3, there's no modules, so any shots isn't going to do much damage. So it was fairly safe to reveal my arse to him then at that point. And what we're going to do to the top of the ridge, what I want to see is if I can get a better vantage point and see if I can be a bit more effective. At the minute nothing's coming up on this right hand side of the hill. Oh, there we go, something's cropped up, it's piqued my interest. So rather than going to the top of the ridge, we're going to push to the corner here. Our aim is take out that medium, push round, and help deal with the medium and heavy sitting at FJ 5 and 6. One of our supporting tanks has taken a round to the face, and we've realised we've got the waffle to deal with. So I'm unspotted at this moment, so I'm pretty confident I can get at least one shot into the waffle before I start having to retreat. There's just no point me staying to play around with him. What I'm looking to do is to pull back as quickly as and start reversing back up the slope. Now the reason I'm not sort of holding a corner is I want that waffle to expose himself as much as possible, so the medium directly behind me on H8 can get some shots into him. The TD to my right can come along, put some pain into him. It doesn't matter, the arty takes him out anyway. Brilliant. So we've just got this T44 to do, and then after we take this cheeky little chap out, he's doing the right thing, reversing as much as possible. Someone else got that to me before I did. So what we'll look to do now is just to push around, help take out that heavy, help with the Batchat on B4, and this is just before I get spotted by something. There we go, we find a very aggressive artillery piece. So we're just going to carry on pushing past him. and help the team mop up. Now, what I want to sort of touch on again, just while we're chasing down the remnants of their team, is playing in a match where you're bottom tier. There's some tanks when you're bottom tier that are heavies that can still be fairly useful. Rather than looking to do direct damage, what you should be doing instead is looking to do track damage, so taking out tracks of tanks and leaving them in vulnerable positions. So you want to aim for the front drive wheel. Again, with mediums and light, your roll doesn't really change much as bottom tier. As a light, you can still get your assisted damage, your spotting, your track damage, because generally tracks on most tanks aren't overly powerful. They don't have much HP, so even if you don't have a lot of direct damage from your gun, you've still got enough to take out a track. And with mediums, again, you're always looking to flank, so even if you're bottom tier, you're not looking to be pushing the main front aggressively. You're either playing a supporting role aiming for weak spots, or you're pushing around the flank looking to get shots into either disable tanks or set them on fire. So again, as a bottom tier medium, your role remains exactly the same. So with TDs, generally, even at bottom tier, you should have enough penetration if you've got at least one upgrade on your gun. That being bottom tier just doesn't really matter overly too much. So it's an interesting conundrum with heavies at bottom tiers. But I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts if it's a bit unusual, or if there's better ways to play it. So from that game, we've ended up with about 3,000 combined damage. Hopefully, we've got 9 hits, 2 kills. We've ended top of the table. That's not bad as a tier 8. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, you're enjoying the gameplay. Feel free to like and share, and if you're enjoying the content.